Let's get this one going. Uncle Nyan, thank you so much for the 8 months. I appreciate that. Okay, Sentinels on defense, Wolves on attack. Nothing mental for the buy, but we do have Wolves with the wall over towards B as well. I'm wanting to MB early. Normally, just for a pistol, you probably go back to doing the normal wall over towards A. Okay, do you want the casters up a little bit, or is this okay?
This comp from Sentinels, certainly not lacking in flashes. They can get very proactive, popping out of smokes past
the wall. Love that,
right
thank you.
Wants to take contact off this flash, but shut down. Juicy and Spring.
I mean, they flashed it.
Can't complain about it. Wolves were ready to take the fight there. Delsa's affected by paranoia, and this is awkward. The wall has dropped. He's going to have to take this fight, and Juicy rips him a new one. John can barely peer out of defense side. Spring sees him cross. Bang's trying to get some sort of position towards Heaven's side now as the plant goes down.
Bahamas can.
Gets it in there.
Bang understands that this flank from YU is likely coming, spotted out, but now this Cypher just needs to stay alive, bide some time, distract.
No matter what, he bought a lot of time, they won the round. Ooh, I like the double. Like the double down.
Yeah, they're on a timer. There's also going to be presence from Heaven. Springs going to get there!
Nice shots. Okay, chat, this was the start that we kind of wanted to see a little bit. Give us a game.
And they were ready.
They hit some really good shots. Did they turn the flash or did they eat the flash? Both turn.
Can continue to nullify that. Flash turned by both players, quick on that reaction. And look at these taps from Lysor, who is by far the most experienced player on this Wolves team when it comes to international
aim game,
events.
thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that.
He attended with FPX in 2024. That experience is going to need to come into play to keep the rest of these guys in it. He's been such a consistent force for them.
Tech pulls down on the stage.
Tech pause.
A keyboard issue being cited. So we have at least a chance to try and establish ourselves now at the start of this game.
They've upset the slug with this one.
Picking up the sky here. Obviously,
this is our first one though, right?
Every single map we got teased a little bit in Agents, so like thinking maybe we would head back to the Cypher. But this is the look that SEN have sort of settled on. Obviously, Zekin still going to be on that Yoru, a huge component of their run. A big recovery when they got back to the Americas region after that shocking start in Bangkok.
Is this your VTuber avatar? Yeah. This is the start. We got this little mascot right now, and then when I set it up properly, no face cam ever again. We just turn into a slug.
Playing Sentinel when you have Narrate coming in, who was such a great initiator in EMEA last year. And at times, it certainly felt awkward. The fans of the team, when they were in a bit of disarray, were questioning those role swaps.
YouTuber, yeah, exactly. And then I just get an AI voice thing to just comment on the game. And then you guys think I'm still here, but actually I'm just not. I'm on holiday.
Will pick it up, right? And that just seemed to smooth things over. So now that we're back in a Tejo-less world, will things be as smooth as they were for SEN when they were the only Americas team to beat G2 in that first stage? Or is it going to be an adjustment period for them?
Ah, dude, I really like the outlaw by here. I was about to compliment this and say this is my favorite. This is my favorite buy, but buy an extra gun into it. Any bit of damage from Sentinels is good here. They keep the wall on B. Dude, they're not going to perm a wall B, are they, for the whole game? I mean, I guess you can because the Cypher creates pressure over towards A. There's a lot of passive pressure everywhere.
No upgrade here.
And the good news for Wolves is that, like, when you're up against this wall, like, you have to kind of play, you either play here or you play aggro and fight over towards B main, right? And they've already punished them for trying to play aggro over towards B main. So they might overthink it a little bit.
Delsa took a big hit there. Some spray potentially is the...
Why am I dissing my own wall? I like the wall.
Trapwire.
And just, it's just rare that people use it consistently like this. Huey Do with the 5 months, thank you so much.
Zekin will move back towards Heaven. That's a ping from Wolves, though, in mid. They're starting to make this move on A.
We are down to 45 seconds, so there is no map control right now.
Did they? This is not a good anti-eco, by the way. It's a really worrying anti-eco. 30 seconds, they just got shut down. Look at the map control they have. Big heavy rotate for Sentinels at the moment. 30 seconds, they are going over towards B. But
on the
My
full
goodness,
rotate.
it got a
Spring is
little
going
scary
to
time-wise.
the
Trip
team
goes
should be
aggro
able
over
to
towards
head
middle,
into
so they're not
the
going to know that
half.
anyone's here. That Viper
will do the
molly
job. 20
kind of
seconds
secures
to
them
cross into
around.
the site. Steal time is so low.
Horde confirms no players for Sentinels are in this
Didn't
part
feel
of the site for now,
convincing.
so
They
in
didn't really
go.
take anywhere.
Lysol just want to stand up over towards here. That defense spawn choke.
10 seconds left.
The attack side will have themselves a plant. Sen not able to create any trap
Okay,
opportunities.
so Sentinels,
early in
like,
the
they
round.
had a chance to do some damage, but now I think they just chill.
These guys are giving me some serious anxiety.
Wait, no, they're going for some damage.
They're going.
Yeah, I thought they were just going to chill
Spring
and
and
die to
Lysol gonna be
spike.
grouped up here in the back of sight. They're gonna be
Okay,
facing
who
a
gets the
bunch of
kills?
classics. This should be easy enough for them, but Dorain's able to find Juicy. Guiding Light goes in, does find a ping, but the wall gets thrown up here by the attack side. They can sit
These Sentinels
happily
just need
behind
one
that
more
now,
kill.
and they handle Sentinels. Corral
Okay,
them
I mean, they got the gun
into
out of
the
him.
site and walk out
Wait,
of the
it
round
was
with
well.
3 rifles.
All of the important guns carried over from Wolves. Dangerous for a moment there. Sen were so aware
Wolves
of what
tend
they were
to
doing, and that was a
overbuy
round where
this.
Wolves
I'm not sure. They
like
had an
they
outlaw
were
ready to go, but they changed it.
apprehensive about how offensive this Sen comp is going to be on defense. But once they're set up here, that wall to play off that you called out is really going to simplify things for Wolves. And credit them, I mean, they did get to this site with everybody
Okay, with the
alive.
death, he gets Omenor as well, so they could definitely do something crazy. I'm for sure, like if this is my team right here, we'd have a set round where you're buying a judge. More Omenor in here, especially with this wall. Creates too much pressure. You either got to fight here or fight here. Let's see if they want to use the Omenor into this.
Certainly one of the reasons that the
Especially on a
run schedule
bonus.
is so
Like, this is one of my
volatile.
favorite one of my favorite ults to have on a bonus. It's so underrated.
Then losing 0-3. Here's Juicy trying to press up towards
It's,
me. An incredibly aggressive
it's just
player.
sick, to be honest.
Specifically when he's on this duelist, on this map even. He is a menace.
Look at his space. Juicy's getting a lot of room up mid, but Zelsis plants his feet, ready to receive him at the
My
same time. The
guy.
push is coming to the B side.
Oh, he's ready.
He's hit him.
Oh,
He's so aware.
Okay. They do this luck smoke over towards B, and then the bonus he takes the timing and he manages to get the extra jewel behind as well, and they just picked up an extra gun.
Just has to walk away with
Wait,
his
this
gun
is big.
intact. There's not much else
This
to
is
do.
really big, man. It's a crazy start for them. There's so many people surviving. Their money's really good, chat.
Second forced to save. Bank broken for Sen. Wolves with all the momentum in the world early.
Dude, that second kill from
What a
Spring
play from
is,
Spring.
yeah,
Now,
it's
he
everything.
is
It's the
a man
whole,
on
it's
this
literally the
team
whole
that
round.
shows absolutely zero fear. Reckless abandon at times. Often getting him punished, but feels just as often when you watch this guy. He is going to outright win rounds for this team. And I just love that awareness from him, realizing that Bang is going to be playing around the cloud that he had up. He drops and he's posted for the duel. That is insane.
He's the kind of player, even as a Viper player, that loves to just stand out in the open and take these duels. Sometimes early in the round, so it's been exploitable in the past for Wolves, but in that situation, it was just what they needed to control B.
So when you're on attack,
There's so much focus on B as well at the moment. This was awesome from him. He's actually in the other rounds, he's been saving his smoke. Right in the Antico, we saw him save his smoke. This time he does his smoke, so he can actually leak out towards the site and then does take the timing.
Player for Sentinels who's really able to have any stopping power in that round.
Do you reckon they time out early? They got to talk about B at least.
He's just too slow to the punch.
Ofu TV, thank you so much, dude.
We've got him mic'd up. That's an interesting decision.
we're going to see
Okay,
a
Stinger
lot
by.
of Stingers on this half by very North
Yeah, now I want to try and focus a little bit over towards B, so they want to change up, smoke, hold. Same smoke goes in for Wolves as well to create pressure over towards B. They probably won't ever do it again, right? The walk through, but on a bonus, you're allowed to take risks. And because he's done it once, it really does create the pressure that he might do it again.
Like we saw in that anti-eco round, 2 players grouped up towards Ramen, but Second's got a pretty far forward on Bang. Super's able to spot it out though. Of course, Gate crashes away. Now Wolves do have to re-clear mid to some degree, but they're starting to encroach on A, and they've got a local player advantage here.
Juicy has worked some nice space here. Ryu spamming through. Sen,
Okay, well, the call gets
and they
made
are
for
rotating heavily
A,
to where Wolves have made noise. This
and
is
as
really
we can see,
reminiscent of that eco round they
full
had
pass and
earlier.
stack
They
for
are stacked
Sentinels.
up on the proper site, and it looks like Wolves want to force the issue.
Oh,
I
this
do
could be
that.
dangerous.
Wolves
Second
lose
forward,
this,
they're
surely.
gonna cover, but Juicy takes the fight to them. That, however, though, is where the Stingers thrive. Juicy gets cut down. 40 seconds left in the round, and here at least Wolves
Okay, keep
are
an eye on the
changing
spike,
things
though.
up. You'll note that Lysol
They
is
want to
taking
create the
spike
pressure with
across
2, and
towards
then
B.
Omen's going to
They
go
have,
over
though,
towards B.
Spring here.
30
Wait.
seconds left.
Does Lysor dare try to take a spike?
I do. Maybe they have reads that they like to over-rotate. I'm not entirely sure because this move here in the 3v4 is insanely bold. They are going to get the plan. They're in an okay position still. I know it's 3v4, but considering where it was, it's a hell of a lot better.
Gun to narrate. Oh my god, this could be everything.
He has the gun.
This could be everything on the round.
The rate gets past them, but the timing here is very tight.
Lysor still has Omen Flash, by the way.
They may not be ready for a bated breath here as Wolves try and close the net. But John wins out against
Joel.
Sufat has to go large here, but he doesn't have much to shoot at. Sees John. Trigger discipline.
So they all know their spawn now. Big fade out to help his teammate out.
Sentinels are starting to filter out onto the site. Lysor waiting. Dark cover blooms. He'll see it all here and brings Elsis to heal. The shot through the smoke.
Oh my god.
Too much in the hand of Sufat from the rafters.
Holy bro, he got the extra with the classic.
That's 4 for the fade.
Damn, they still recovered in the 3v4. They might have a read. They definitely over-rotated.
Speaking of how much this tournament meant to him, comes up in a crucial round where Sen could have halted the momentum they've got from winning that bonus on the prize.
The Sui Fat Baby. He has one of the most ridiculous names we've seen in Valorant.
Snap onto the remaining Sentinels players while they were distracted by Lysor in the site. 3v4, 1 out. A couple rounds where Sen had to read on what Wolves are doing, putting them in a horrendous time situation, but they are still able to win it out.
Okay, second buy round for Sentinels. Big Jewel.
Okay, second.
Yeah, so the change up from Sentinels, they kind of adjusted without doing the timeout, is literally just put the Euro over towards it, because Euro can fight in this area more and TP out. Right, so they're trying to fix B on the fly without a timeout. Might be why we didn't see Kaplan call a timeout as well, he was happy with it.
Situations like that where they're undoing in the
Joe. Spring is causing... I mean, he's causing absolute hell over towards B, he really is. Double buy round at the moment. Spring, mayhem over towards B.
The highest ACS and KPR controller in America's playoffs. A real standout player is about to
It's a great Omen Flash. That dude Bang's done a lot here. Rotate comes in early. Over-rotate again. Might have been right with that round that we saw earlier.
Looking to take that ramp control, but look at Sen. They are going to get some players up ropes.
3 players potentially fire for Sen. Juicy going to cross. Second a bit too far.
God, Bang's going to have to do so much.
Does he have an opportunity to get up the rope? No, he's
keep an eye on the time. One flash to help him out. Sorry, another flash to help him out. John, give him another flash here. Oh, what a stun. Oh, God. Oh, man, what a stun that was. Dude, flash into stun. The stun hit all of them. Yeah, that stun was everything. Lovely little smoke in front of Bang as well to give him some freedom here. Oh, look at that.
They were trying to run through maple syrup, Wyatt. Do not recommend.
Spike down.
3rd round. Where Wolves had intentions of going A. This time they commit, and Sen have the full read on them. This is the first time they've actually been able to convert
Whose timeout is this?
Where they've been able to use that overwhelming initiator utility to halt them at a choke point when they're dropping out of heaven.
Still a timeout here called for Sentinels.
Where are the people saying cosmetic stuns now? To be fair, there was a sky flash on top of it as well.
At the speed that should allow Sentinels to set up the traps just like that. Have a little bit of advance notice, providing they can maintain some map presence and get some information in those mid rounds.
When we do head back into the
And you stop the Viper? I mean, I think they should probably... I mean, what I'd be doing is moving Yoru's Sky over towards B, really.
So you have to imagine out of
you just heavy fight it a bit more. You can at least get the info with the Sky as well.
From Wolves to get an orb over to Juicy, maybe
you do have to play like left side of sight more.
Trigger some kind of fault line into a flash, second swinging off that.
Jay Benwell, thank you so much for the 7 months, dude. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I can imagine this timeout was for sure for the B stuff. I also think the Wolves could get a good amount with the over-rotate. If we actually look at the information they've had in the rounds, they for sure know when they create a lot of pressure and it gets to like 40 seconds that they've over-rotated. They've seen numbers and they had that round where the Omen walked over towards B.
An unbelievable duelist there. Early aftershock is going to allow
okay, so timeout goes in and Wolves change up their wall. into a
Wolves are going to
wall
have to
that
invest in resources at the very
blocks
least
all
this
the middle
round to
and
gain
heaven.
space, but that's not enough
Like
to force Zekin away.
separates it, blocks vision, so you can take timing over towards middle.
Make use of that to gain some space.
They do a smoke here as well, so it's like vision block, vision block.
Enough resources committed, and that dark cover dropping. He knows he's in significantly more danger than Wolves going to pivot towards mid.
Can coaches see through rules also? No. They only see their team's POVs, and like you wouldn't see any of this basically, right? You'd only see these.
Weakest the A site has been in terms of numbers for Sen, where Wolves are actually going to hit it.
Bank can sense here. You can sense something's a bit wrong, Wyatt. And risk of getting pinched now as that heaven control's been effortlessly taken
Double
by
side
Wolves.
though, as soon as Bang gets this
Give it
smoke,
over
it's
by
going to be a
Sen.
pretty strong hold.
This is the position Bang was playing from the previous round. Is Juicy double satchel into elbow.
Whoa. Okay, is that my bad for saying that? Bro, absolutely sent it, and Spring is unbelievable.
Zekin and Zelsa's doubled up here.
Dude, they got to save.
Trying to find a way back in, but that poison orb is going to
Yeah, and money was starting to get a little low for Wolves, but they all just got 3,000 and no one needs to buy any armor.
Hungry for more, wants to go for the pre-fire even. I mean, the Sun economy
Spring is having mad impact, by the way. It's so we had 3 buy rounds proper. Is that right? I think that's right. He's had the double kill on the bonus 3rd round. Then he had the opening kill round before, and then he had this one where he gets 2 on heaven as well. He's a monster in terms of impact.
So insanely aggro with the satchels. He will commit so hard on those jumps. Sometimes going too far. There isn't the follow-up. But when he succeeds,
Sentinels, yeah, I think they need to fight a little more.
Some control of the extremities. Into B main, Zekin pushed early in the round. Over on the A side of the
I
map.
feel like Wolves maybe gained a little bit more from that timeout. Worked out they were getting a lot of space. Knew that maybe the setup was going to be a change up over towards B. Oh, that's a strong fade eye. A great replay.
Bang felt like he needed to get out of dodge. Back screens, there was so much pressure, so he just had the teleport out and was caught by the spam from Spring. Who's
I like how much different stuff Wolves have at the moment. Like if you just highlight Spring on his own and then you just look at his smoke, he's been doing so much.
Same as previously.
Like we've seen it everywhere. I've seen it here, here,
Move to A.
here,
The importance of this round for Sen cannot be
over towards
understated.
heaven
This
now.
is their economy on the line. You're going to assume they'll probably be using the Seekers at some point to win this out if they can. This would be worth.
We're only 7 rounds in.
Oh, 1 second! He can't even get away in time.
Why you, Anko? Too sharp, and straight away we're into the site. Showstopper pop to clear it. Good peek in there from John.
Kill.
Gets down ramps
Dude,
and at least extracts
I
Spring. A
cannot
big
believe
issue
the narrate's
for
doing
Sen so far,
this.
but Juicy's playing up close here, and that
Holy.
cannot win the fight against Hufat. John wants to get there.
Oh
they're
god,
waiting
they're
for
getting
it.
wrecked, bro.
Juicy sat there and tells us down to a boombot. Okay, it's on Bang. It's doable. Fake TP now. Try and pull the wool over Wolves' eyes, but they're looking for him. Why are you with the cam? That has to be cleared.
That's going to give away Bang's position. Crucial for Wolves. They can double up, try to face this elbow.
On the angle,
Oh.
Hufat taking a solo fight. Bang
Okay,
You're
5
not coming
bullets.
to me? I guess I'm coming to you. 5 bullets in the chamber.
Dude, this guy. That is
That one could've gone
that
either
is
way.
such an
Let's
important
go,
round for them to
Juicy.
win. Big 1v3.
Some
Must
confidence
win.
maybe for Sen now.
Must win round.
These two are going at it.
Economy was hanging
God, if
in
they-
the balance.
I think Sentinels have no
Imagine
money, by
Wolves
the way.
win
It's
that
like
round,
the
we're through,
it's
they
the
get
worst
to
possible
7
round they can
already
win.
on split attack. Major deficit that Sen would have had to overcome. Zekin is just,
Wow.
he's in disbelief at how quick that was.
It's a tight angle to be fair.
Players.
What's else to say there?
Bang is so good. Asuna made him so good.
See,
From
Sen, they're trying to flow back in
Asuna.
again.
That's funny. I read it and I was like,
But Wolves
wait,
had
who's
fantastic
saying that?
positioning to deny the players like John, who's pooling out of heaven.
Okay, chat. Massive round, by the way.
Vipers pit towards mid.
1,
Sen
2,
have really given
3,
up this part of
4.
the map
Can't
for
buy
the last
next.
couple of rounds. This time,
1,
though, they stake
2.
their claim.
Ult goes into it.
Again.
Should be seeing the breach ult into this one as well. Now we change up our smoke over towards B to create pressure again.
Has the gap in the poison orb here, but Spring is very much aware
Dude,
of it.
Spring is so on top of every little position. He's great at this.
Spring is a menace right
Nah,
now.
he's a nightmare to play against at the moment. It looks horrible.
Breaking the action as Wolves Look to concentrate over towards this A side of the map where it's really only John in attendance.
Okay, Sentinels look confident enough to play retake, probably because of the breach short.
Jiggle peeking.
I saw it.
They're going to send out that
My
flash.
worry
Perhaps
is
traditional
this.
info, but no, isn't
They get a sight, and then
going
they're going to
do
have
so.
potential
Just has to
Viper ult.
play off Narrate, who's now
A little far away at the
across.
moment.
John here with a bit of spray. Lysor takes a glancing blow.
Prowler cleared a fair amount of
Looks
sight,
like that
but
fault line
rotate
does
coming
connect.
in. 30 seconds
Slows
again.
Wolves up further. Again, we're heading to the
Only one
30-second mark
smoke
of the round.
for
They begin to have it
Wolves.
once more. The timing.
My goodness.
John, at least he's never
Wait, was he self-stunned?
He's got to find his way out of the corner, but he can't. Caught by the C's. Narrate, though, plants his feet. Sees the double swing coming in, but he...
Oh man, dude, they're going to save my hero plays.
And Asufat stuck in screens. Spike too far away to recover. Sen looking like they
10
can carry
seconds
3
left.
rifles out of the round. Bang won't give him more than that. Wolves, they bleed the clock a lot. 30-second mark, they go
Whoa,
for
man,
it. They fizzle.
dude,
as they try and
every
hit
round
A.
has been a
Sen
hero
again
play.
were able to get 3 players over to that A site in time.
Dude, I've never seen a
Juicy gets
self-dog
lovely
stun.
First kill on to Zekin. I think that was John got one while stunned up. Yeah, he does. That is so important
I've never
from
seen
John.
it.
After getting self-stunned by the close-range Trailblazer.
Look at
There
this.
then, that is a beautiful
Spike
little
down
transfer when Lysor tries to double swing.
No
That was
homies
the
with the
role of
Prime,
Thunder
thank you with the
online
17 months,
Sentinels.
mate.
The last
Appreciate
round they had
that.
the Vipers pick to take
Okay,
their
it does
big
force them
control
down
this
to an
time.
eco, so in terms of
Not an
impact
option.
from the raid is outrageous.
Seconds actually picked up.
Sentinel's still
a lot into this
struggling a
round.
little bit with the
Multiple
B
players
pressure.
have one
This
shot.
might be the round where they shut down Spring. Got a big duel coming up.
Horn cleared as the poison orb blooming in mid.
And this time it's actually Bang who's up really deep in B main. Typically it has been Zekin.
Zufat's down to
Yeah,
10.
I mean,
He took a hit from that outlaw.
it's impressive from Spring, though.
Celsius backs away into
Didn't know if he
Rooks.
realized there'd be
Zekin
some
now
kind of
has
change
found
up on
himself
this.
elsewhere. Hot heavy stuff through mid, and Juicy's able to bring
Keep an eye on the
Celsius
double
down.
B
What a
push.
double swing. That was excellent from Wolves.
Now I might see a push here out of B main. But Spring is playing so passively, so safe,
Dude,
and Bang!
This
Can't get a
guy's
look
so
at him.
impressive right now.
Instead, tries to sneak up and has an off
And the
bank to
info
play
is
with
good, though.
now.
They can just
He's in
insta send it
around
over towards B, and then the luck.
Hold on, a little bit of damage. Why are you
Ah, dude,
grabbing
just
it?
chill.
Ambitious to be fighting that with a
Yeah,
classic
you gotta
brother.
just chill on
Wolves have
that.
gotten their way into
Especially
the
as you know
side,
there's
though,
guns
knowing
down.
it's
I think
vacant.
you're going
Bang
for the
have
long
pushed out
path.
the other player
They at least
going
gets the
down.
info that he's not over towards
John
B main, so
concerned.
they could push into B main, or it creates the question mark when they go B main. It's a great little double.
Center good for 2. Everything on the very low HP Sufat.
Scrappy round, considering Wolves didn't really have a full buy to work with. So in fact, we're 10 down. You can't wait.
Oh god! Oh god!
Impossible clutch, no HP.
Absolute shots,
Just
by
the
the way.
sheriff.
Absolute shots.
The trade wasn't fast enough from Sen. They cannot be losing that.
He took an outlaw hit at the start of the round. With the sheriff, he proved that the
10
town ain't big
HP,
enough
man.
for the 2 of them. Or 3 in that case. Unbelievable. It's barely checked
Oh.
for.
He ate
Dude,
that
look how
outlaw
calm he is
shot
the whole
earlier.
time.
One of the only
Make sure he picked
players
up the
that
gun
actually
before he
had
celebrates as well.
number 2 for
My
Wolves.
actual goal right
That's a
here.
stand-up.
My
That's a stand-up.
god.
Even the little,
Dude, he had
little
no
bicep
reaction.
flex. Did you see him in the gym earlier? No, yeah,
That was Forsaken.
down there. Yeah, Forsaken. That boy's looking shredded, not gonna lie.
Double
I mean, you
timeout.
have got to call your
Both
timeout here.
timeouts
This
done.
is the second Sentinels timeout for the map. Called in round number 10. Kaplan very adamantly trying to assert himself here. As that really should have been a SEN round, dead to rights. It's that individual brilliance that really comes to shine on a stage like this one, Wyatt. Nobody could have seen that coming.
Wolves were doing a great job controlling the map early, but Bang, heroic again in that round. He gets that trade on the Spring, catches out. YU
6
break
good?
from
Yeah, 6
Sewer,
is
then they
good.
get in 3v3, they
Um,
trade things down.
I'm not entirely sure
Just
how
no way they should
strong
lose that. There's
the
just
solo
no
Yoru is going to
way.
be.
Sufa is
It should be pretty legit. I mean, as soon as you have an
just
ult,
an
you win the round
aspect
when you have the
of
ult.
Wolves. They are volatile.
Good
But when these
pressure.
players
I mean, it
are
does
hitting
everything.
on the same day, they have
It's
shooters.
just, I feel like Zekin
They
has
are
to do
so
a lot.
dangerous. But when things are going wrong, they're disjointed, they just look like a totally different team. You didn't know which one you're gonna get, but we got Wolves at their finest to open up
Big
this
buy.
game.
Spring actually wants to challenge the smoke here.
Yeah,
playing
similar
off that
thing.
wall.
Dude, Spring is really
He was
on it
very
though.
passive when this dark cover was up.
He
This
has
this
to
looks like the
suspect
first time
that
where
maybe
he's
the
maybe
Oracle's
gonna
tucked
wait. They
there
didn't
in
stun.
B-main. We'll check back in on that
I was
story.
going to say this might be the only time where he like overstays his welcome, but I think with this fade eye going out towards A, the rotate kind of came in. I see Narrate save his stun.
Making a multi-man pivot towards this A site. I mean, typically when noise had been made there, Wolves are just hard committing. You know, they had a couple
Man,
rotates to move, but that was like 20
You do not want to
seconds
give this
left.
Razor kill.
Sen have typically had a great read on these situations.
Once again, Wolves using every second
Oh
of the
god, he
map
gets
to
his
explore
ult.
the map, and Juicy's brought
Holy
the
hell.
Max Cranium, what? He just takes the fights and wins them. That severely reduces Sen's presence on A. Even John peels off from screens maybe to go back around, but it's a heaven fight brewing. Zelsa seems to know it. It's a really laboured pick there from
They can
Lysol.
relax though, they
Zelsa's
still
to find
have
his own too.
Razor.
It's the only way back in the round. Playing a
Dude,
weird
why is everyone making a
final
play before the
second.
Razor?
Finally wins that fight, Wyatt.
Spring has been so dangerous towards B.
30 seconds left.
Cam cleared. Looks like the move is over towards
Okay,
Woods
empty
here for
sight.
Wolves. Sen have all pulled back to the B
Empty
side.
sight Razor.
A site is going to be completely open. Juicy with
Zekin
all
has
the
his
kills
ult
he's
though,
been
so he's for
finding.
sure
Has a
using it on this one,
showstopper
especially as
active.
like everything beyond this point is a question mark, so he'll probably use it here.
He's pushing all the way through screens right now. He wants to take an early fight. This dimensional shift. That's going to spot him out. I mean, this is a must-win right now for Sen.
You
Look at their
raise ult
economy.
now?
He's committed.
Take Juicy can't gun down another brace of two this time.
Ooh, went on his own. 41 HP.
Wyu is ready for the clone. Here's the double swing now through elbow. He's low. In the war of attrition.
Ah, dude, they're gonna be gutted with that one.
Gets him within a 2-round.
Is it Zelsa's that got the double on heaven? It really bailed him out.
For every single one of these rounds.
Zelsis is simply the hero of this round. Juicy winning 2
3v5.
isolated 1v1s. And Zelsis knows someone has to be the guy to save this round. I might as well do it. I'm just going to play a weird off angle when they push up into heaven. I just have to get a multiple. That's the only way back in, and he pulls it off.
Round 11 coming at you. That showstopper still there for Juicy. Rolling Thunder for Narrate.
Sentinels might be able to get a
Hell of lot of
6-6 with
ults
this.
right now for Wolves.
But
They've
it would
got
be rough.
that showstopper
So many
into a
ults.
site, or even one away from the Nightfall, and then throw down that pit to close things out in the post plant.
Narrate here just going to play up that fault line in case there's a faster hit in towards B main.
Yeah, he actually owned him. First time they got the upper hand on him. Instant push over towards here. Seekers doesn't get him too much other than that. Do it. Omen all into spawn.
Crowler comes out instead. And Lysor is a little bit out of his
Yeah,
So
they didn't
overextended
need
and
it.
caught. If Sufat can get this spike down, he's going to have the Nightfall. That could be enough.
They want to
turn
kill
the tide,
before.
despite
Dude, where's the
being at an
spike
disadvantage
going?
right
They
now
want.
for
They
Wolves.
really want to get a kill.
Neural theft there for Wyu. Gatecrest sent across to the A side now. It's going to be Juicy sat in elbow.
They have slowed things down. Not
Yeah,
trying
they
to
think they're
get
going to
into
do
the
some kind of
at the
breach
moment.
short early. They thought they're going to fast flood with breach short.
What is the plan supposed to be? Sufan obviously spike carrier. He's inching forward.
This has been enough time for Narrate's fault line to actually cycle back up. So when the spike does eventually get tapped, there's even
What are you
more
going to do?
util for Sen
Because
to flood
as
in
soon as
off
you
of.
tap this, are they
Okay,
not
Big
ulting
Sense
you?
still confirmed though the Wolves are staying here. Is the rolling thunder. This could get ugly. Wyu on Rafter finds one, but second trades it instantly. Cancel from the shadow.
Holy bro.
Fangle, they're not checking it. Bang's having a salvage now for the 1 versus 1.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, with a
Dude, how calm are they in this 3v4 though? They waited 20 seconds before they even tapped the spike. They thought they were going to fast flood with the breach short. The calling was pretty cool here. Dude, he reacted so well with this breach short as well. They just thought he was elbow because of the boom bot. Yeah, they didn't even check because the boom bot came from that area, from that side.
I definitely think there's some overheating going on in the Sen camp now, and there's no more opportunities for Kaplan to intercede.
That looks like a bit of frustration coming out from Narrate
I mean,
late
there
in
was
this
no plan
half.
attempt. Bang goes to take that 1 versus 1.
Look at the buy now from Sen. Their last chance to get around on split defense. Only 4 to their name before the side swap.
And this time there's a lot more presence in B main. Zekinen had to be ready in the double
look
swing.
at it.
Catches him off guard. Narrate peels off the line. Doesn't want to
They hit
handle it.
one shot for a wall, that's
in
it.
this round, they say, all right, Spring, you're starting to have a little trouble. Let's get you some backup, stack up with multiple players. This
they got
time,
they got
we're gonna
Fatal, yeah.
overwhelm Sen,
Fatal,
who have
this
been
is an
happy
easy
to fight
call.
for that space to find the opening pick.
As long as the
Love
fade
that
doesn't do
from
anything
Wolves.
crazy. Fade eye goes over towards middle as well, creates a bit of pressure, groups over towards site. Fatal, it's going to reveal no one on site. They get a free site, they'd have to use any util on top as well. It's nice.
Wolves are pretty diligently
Free
trying
pass
to
and
clear their way
push
into, but this
down.
will take some time. This will
I'm
buy
looking
some
at
time for the true
Yikord's watching it
of
the whole
Sentinels
time
to
though.
wrap
It's
around.
fine.
It's being watched for by YU though. Better weapon. No stingers are not going to hit hard enough at that
Beto
range.
hits no one free
Now the
sight.
nightfall over to the B site. Nobody here for Sen. They've all peeled off.
Dude, they got 8.
YU checking for it with the camera. Sees it all. Paranoia comes in but only catches onto the Cypher. There's a real fight here in B main. And Wolves slap Sentinels down.
He's doing so
Just
much
had to jump into the
damage.
pit. No other choice for it. He gets rid of it though with Spring falling. That's the Viper out of the way. Now Narray can heal back up, but Juicy
Man,
is
they
waiting
got
for him.
8.
It's a 8-4 half here. Wolves introducing Sen to that Chinese Valorant in the most brutal way possible.
They are being outshot. The mechanics right now are just simply better for Wolves. Spring, dominant. Juicy's entry is incredible.
All right, we're going to do a break, folks. When we come back, more of splitting this game between Sen and
Sui
Wolves.
is unbelievable. I do want to shout out, I do think that Spring had so much impact in that half. MV, he didn't even pick Wolves for this? Wait, he didn't even pick Wolves for this game? And he's got a shirt on? Wait, that's wild from him. Fake fan? Dude, that, if anything, that's more embarrassing for your team to win and for you to not even back them. That's crazy. All for what? 10 pick'em points or something? That's embarrassing. He picked Wolves to win the game but not to qualify? Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. I thought you were saying he didn't pick him against Sentinels there.
Into this second half.
Volta Val with the
Remember,
Prime.
it's
Thank you so
really
much
a
for
measure
the
of
20
how much
months,
damage
dude.
you're able
Thank
to
you,
get out
thank
of
you.
each credit that you spend, and
Lan
again,
Lan
between
as well.
50
Is that
and
how I say
70
that?
is
With the Prime?
really,
Appreciate
really
you, dude.
good. Sufat definitely getting bang for his buck with that quick 2-piece to clutch the round out at 10 health.
Oh, yeah, the Sheriff, that was certainly a peak for him. And after that point, there just really weren't many situations at all where Wolves were having to go
Big
for
pistol?
big
Ah,
buys,
it's a really
having to
important
eco.
pistol.
Their economy was stable
It's a Sentinels
throughout
must-win
that
pistol.
entire half.
The number 3 seed.
Second slow game. It just looked really, horrible for him to play like this, to be honest. He was in charge of like solo holding aggro A down and solo holding B down when he has a Viper smoke and a Viper wall on B to deal with.
Holding them to only 4 defense
It didn't
side
look
rounds.
fun, man.
2 timeouts already blown by Sen. Frustration already bubbling to the surface for this North American squad.
Coming into this game, you're
Pistols at the moment.
peaks and dips that Wolves have.
1-0. This has to be a 1 for Sentinels.
Then lose 0-3 to Billy
Otherwise,
Billy in
they're
the
a
lower
map down.
final. This team, when they're hitting though, like they are today, individually are so sick. I mean, Juicy, Sufat, Spring are putting on a show. The 1v1s, the raw duels are just going the way of Wolves right now. Sen need to wake up.
Oh, gets info
Still
though.
gets first contact here at B.
Pushing my credit over towards B. Reaction is a
road.
rotate, especially as the camera over towards top A and this line. Hasn't seen anything.
Off of this fault line, guard cover is going to get thrown down B main by Lyster over there on B, who's stacked up.
Okay, the split B's in, but Wolves honestly have a pretty good setup for this. And with the Prowler hitting, they're definitely going to hold 3 strong.
Taking their time, posturing up.
They got Nate Tether? No Tether.
That smoke indicates potential ropes control, but Sen do not have the players on that A side of the map. Definitely going to see them pivot here. And they're trying to cut off Rafters with that smoke to maybe take Heaven control. It's a Paranoia that collects cleanly on a Spring.
Okay.
Juicy though playing from within the smoke, deals with Zelsis. And there's a way for Zekin to really get past that, but Sufat trying to hold on the site. He's dug
boy,
out
that's a
easily.
lot of people.
Zekin has that Rafters control, and low as he is,
30 seconds left.
Sentinels have been able to clear Wolves. Player advantage now, Spike to go down.
Let's see what Spring can do. Working his way into Heaven
I
slowly.
mean, it should be impossible. They got really good pauses.
Peers down ropes, doesn't see anything.
They can all pretty much swing off each other.
Activate from the defender side. Spawn.
Oh, dude, Chili, tuck in with this pause.
It's down on the right.
Standing.
Has a flash to work with. Lets it go. It's a matter of playing time, something that SEN couldn't do in that first half when it needed to happen. And now it's ring around the rosy, folks, but now we're going to see them clash, and it's a right click for Narrates. Give SEN the staging ground on this attack side that was sorely
they have me
needed.
worried.
Desperately for SEN to
1-1
get
on the
back
pistols.
into this game.
Straws, thanks so much for the tier 1, bro. I appreciate
in the
that.
second half after not being able to get anything started in the first, and it looked like even here they were about
Bang,
to
yeah, I
once
wouldn't
again
even told
succumb
strong there.
to the aim of these Wolves players. Spring isolated.
No,
Taken
as well. Thank you
against
so much, bro. I
Bang.
appreciate that
Gets
also, mate.
the adjustment.
Juicy didn't realize there were 2 players in that heaven smoke. Zekin slipped the net and was able to pick Sufat off on the side.
What's up with Zekin? Dude, he was just given a rough task in the last half. That's it.
Full 5 classic save.
He probably has a rough task on this one as well, being the solo Yoru.
SEN shouldn't be.
Makes a lot of sense for Sentinels at the moment, trying to farm this B orb, trying to make sure that they can get this all as early as possible. They have so much good util to actually enable this all as well.
Yoru, that has been one of, if not the most relevant meta ults this entire year. Round defining.
Everyone kind of buys something up on this one, so every bit of damage is important.
Sentinels crossing to take that heaven control, but as we speak, Wolves are coming up from ropes. Spraying through the smoke, Zekin, much to his chagrin, takes some damage and is seized in place.
Ooh.
He's able to get at least far enough away from the snake blade, and even a paint
Good
shot
try.
committed by Wolves. That's a lot of
Keep an eye on the
util
walk
drawn
over
out.
towards B, might call him over here. Managing to get an extra orb, this time it's not on the Yoru though.
In the meantime, he has just been slow getting into this site, and he's calling for the rest of the team to pivot over now.
Is this an overpush?
Free? No, almost, but superior.
They want to fight him in middle. 1, 2.
That's
That's a great flash from Zekin. Yeah, he gets this extra one away from all as well. Oops, oops. Okay, 1 away from a Yoru.
And it gets second. Just
So you probably see Wolves push over towards B main now, especially they've been farming this orb.
On this bonus. Give Wolves a taste of their own medicine for how they were able to open the game, how they were able to get up in such a significant lead early. A bonus round win here should effectively tie things up, would be worth 2.
Nice pivot there from SEN. That big control smoke to ropes and then face Wolves as they try and push out.
You see in that moment what we're going to be seeing a lot of on this attack side, which is just an infinite amount of flashes to pop out.
Wolves smoke over towards B. They want to push so that no one disrespected their smoke. Insta rotate over towards A in action.
Have it, and it's very lightly held. Wolves have a player in ropes, one just entering that part of the map. Sufat looks to re-clear.
Sufat's actually swinging out.
Good fade eye.
Does have to
Oh, is Teva?
Sen
Dude, no one on site. I have to kind of force over towards site.
Wolves pivoting multiple players back side to anchor.
Dude, Zelstis is not ready for that. But I can't even be mad that he's not ready for that because
playing around this
why is it happening? Nice shot.
Forward. Spring pops his head up and it's whack-a-mole for John. Okay, the double swing. This Stinger gets some value though, and Narrate's
Okay,
able to
that's
hold
the
it
kill
down
that
for
decides it.
This just leaves Sufat in
Narrate's been good.
screens, and why you, with these rifles, this 4x for Wolves, have to untangle this round.
It was a really weird round from Wolves. They played it so weird. With the information they had once they pushed through this smoke, it was so on. And then these two just sticking in a smoke.
You had 2 players on site in that smoke, but they didn't pop out at the same time that Spring was swinging open in
Fun
heaven.
is over. It still can get close. It's a great start for Sentinels though. They got so much money. Echoes, hello mate, how you doing?
Not coordinated on that timing, and this is going to give SEN an opportunity to tie the game 8-8.
Mumble as well, thank you with the primate. I'm doing good, bro. Good to see you, man.
There's no initial anchoring presence on that site for Wolves either. They had to awkwardly filter in as Heaven's being taken. Spring passive hold in mid. Nice is awkward now. No one to swing off that line, and we are caught in the aftershock. Narrate.
Does anyone even go down here?
3 players with Sheriffs is all that Wolves have to their name.
This is going to feel great for SEN to have this level of momentum coming into the second half. Their economy is absolutely rolling. Unlikely that Wolves will be able to get any damage off some, I don't know, maybe one kill if Sufak.
Dude, he's 12 to 6.
Here, but this is going to put Sen ahead by a significant margin and apply so much pressure to each of these buy rounds that Wolves are going to have. Subsequent rounds.
Incredible, isn't it?
Well, death and taxes. Sylvester able to find his one. But it doesn't really change the fact that Sen are crawling over this A site like a kicked anthill. And there are only 2 sheriffs for Wolves to try and extract them. Silver doubles back here. Prowler down ramp. There's no one there. Sen are just entrenched on this A site, ready to fight for it.
Just have the Wolves players ready to play for exits, see if they can't take one of these guns away.
I still got a rifle. Pick up Zel's fallen weapon, presumably.
One of the 20 flashes they have to take a peek. There's number 19.
Oh, I love that foul line. Just to set a crossing, making sure no one can peer in. Lysor never had an opportunity to take a fight, but he will be allowed to walk away with this rifle. However,
Lovely money for Sentinels.
Sen City have evened up this game, folks. On a run after winning the pistol in the second half. And Wolves starting to whimper a little in that round.
And Sen have more than a real opportunity to extend this run.
Yeah, and they got that Yoru ult. And they've been gunning for that Yoru ult since round 1 on attack as well, so.
A pivotal round in the game. This is 3 round coming up where Sen can outright win. They have a Rolling Thunder and a Dimensional Drift. Wolves have nothing to lose in the ult department outside of a neural theft, and obviously that is a one-sided map when we're talking about the ult economy.
Let's get this shit.
The Bishop of Sentinels.
Yeah, more about it.
Wolves are going to need to tighten up their floods right now. They're going to have to be able to absorb this Sentinels utility when it's coming into the site, not drop players anchoring. There's too much initiator util. There are too many flashes to play around. The ults are going to be too much to play around. They're going to need to find a way to absorb
This is really
all of
rough
that,
from them. You might just see him do something a little bit crazy, like a 3-person walk down middle. Problem is it might be a little too obvious, but I think if they sit back and just chill on the site here, they're dead with these ults.
Enough to catch Sen off guard on multiple occasions. On this side of the map, though, with Sentinels being able to dictate the pace, Wolves have looked a little bit disjointed, a little less comfortable. Now, though, they're going to buy coming back in. 4 rounds in.
I mean, these two are deadly.
An even game for us as we head into round
But yeah,
number
I can
17.
understand maybe a 4-pass and some kind of push, retake behind.
Sentinels have the spike over towards that B side, certainly implying that they want to go for a split. This is what they did earlier. They have Zekin and Zelsis, that duo working.
Dude, they're just going to sit back.
The rest of the team
If they want to sit back at the beginning here, I at least want them to
drift.
this way.
Eating those orbs.
Zekin's going to get all of this info and then can get away.
You can't play like this. This guy's dead.
Why you genuinely want to fight this? He needs to get out of here right now. He's going back in.
Dude, he's going back in.
This is mental.
Bone thrown out. Waiyu is going to be in trouble. Just set up on all sides. No escape. Spring tries to help him out, bail him out. He gives himself up as well.
Yeah, they needed to do something a bit more proactive. They actually did pretty good, to be honest, considering. But I do think like your overall setup needs to be more proactive in this. Good news for Sentinels, they didn't have to use some of their extra util as well, as in extra ults.
Going to get overwhelmed and does.
They just went for the classic B split with the Yoru ult. It's the Fnatic classic. The win rate's insane from it.
No one else is on the rotate over just yet. They were trying to pivot over mostly from that A side, not close to assist.
Teo done for, or does some maps? No, Teo's fully dead, man. You won't see him properly.
At least for Wolves, with this save, they'll have an opportunity for redemption on this next round.
If you do see it, Sean Garris is going to make a video on you, probably.
Sen to get to 10 with
it's
ease.
Nick, thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. Appreciate the 13 months. Thank you.
They are still staring down the barrel of that Rolling Thunder from the raid, and now John has the Seekers. Just a streamline of ultimates from Sen to get advantages in all of these important
How come Wolves come back? Hit some ults, lock it down. Trip on middle, fight mid.
They realize that Waiyu is still on that B site. They set a 4-line up for Zekin.
I think you have to trip middle here. I think you have to get that early info. Especially with they're just so likely to site here. They have a good chance here. 3-person stack over towards site. I know they have the ults that are against them, but they got good stack. And they had Skydog and someone shot it. Ooh. What?
The only player occupying heaven right now. That TP sound cue for him just makes him uncomfortable, forces him down. Spring will be there on the top of
Oh.
The aftershock.
Okay.
Able to dodge it.
Okay.
Lysor
That was
gets his
sick.
outbang to even things up. Juicy is a wild player.
And that is just spray through the walls from both teams. Live by the sword, bang, die by the sword as well.
SEN are going for the noise cut right now. And you still just have, it's this duo, Zelsis and Zekin, who are working the map together.
I
on
hated
so
the
many of
overall
these
setup
rounds,
from
trying
Wolves
to
earlier, but
contact
this
up
one made
to
a lot of
the
sense.
space.
They had to try get
Sprintering is
a lot of
just
info, especially when you got that breach ult. I think the trip over towards mid is so good. Normally when this happens, you can't play, like when you lose ramp, you can't really play vents because you're just getting pinched.
Got a trap wire on the side. Cam also set up. He's going to play close under rafters, but
Oof,
he's
what is
overrun by
that
the
peak?
double swing.
30 seconds left.
Juicy ascending with bleed, fighting through tier 2 to make it back onto this team when it wasn't a spot for him in Pacific. He's going to go looking via Ramen.
had to wait years to get this opportunity. Has a rifle right now. Can he be the hero?
Are you gonna go for this?
Surely not
Yeah, I mean,
another save for Wolves. They're starting to get a little bit desperate.
But already the time has just dropped so low for them.
They're giving it up.
Damage doesn't even
Spring
matter.
there? No, yeah, I mean, he
The
messes up.
Sen's economy of multiple
Nice shot.
players on
Uh,
8K.
Again, if you got this, you can't be
Honestly, this
here.
run of rounds devastating. That is 6
Try
rounds
smoke,
in a
get
row
out
for
of there.
Sentinels. Now starting to put the timer on Wolves, threatening to
It's a
close
shame
the
because
game out.
the original
With the
setup was
two-gun
really good.
saves, though, they can definitely distribute enough around to keep themselves well armed. But there's a rolling thunder still waiting in the wings for Sen to make use of. And yeah, can see it now. They've shaken those jitters off.
These late anchor attempts just continue to get overwhelmed entirely.
Yeah, 2 on radar. Look at that.
Just a glimpse of them through that wall and bang is... I mean, that boy don't miss. Sheesh.
Catch on the spring is so unfortunate. Almost had the turn. What second had already gone to the close road.
It's a goal.
Wolves calling their second timeout now of the game. As things have completely gotten out of hand. 6-round run for Sen on this
Wolves
side.
use timeouts? Yeah, this is the second one now.
Can definitely feel like we're starting to get to the most important round of the game here in round number 19. When we jump back in, Wolves will have been able to buy up. Close to a Nightfall, close to a Viper's Pit. Honestly, a lot of those big ultimates are just around the corner for them, but they want to be able to
When
make
did they
use
use
of
that
them.
first? Like
When
3
they're
rounds
in a
ago?
good position economically, and
Before
this
they're up against the
round
Euro.
would be one of those
round.
opportunities. Elsewhere, narrators just run away
They
with the
need
game.
to buff
An
Cypher.
individual
They
level
really
now.
don't need to buff Cypher, man, I'm telling you.
Sitting on that breach ultimate. Those hard sight hits already.
Cypher's
Wolves
super
have struggled with
strong,
the pace
especially in
Sen have
ranked as
come
well.
at them with on this attack side. That's going to make it even harder.
It was Nereid's clutch back on the pistol round that has gotten them in this position. That's what kicked it off. Wolves yet to do anything highly proactive early in these rounds. Not really taking the fight to Sen too aggro. It's a little too much anchoring attempt against this comp from Sen that is too overwhelming on
The
the
money
exec.
diff's outrageous. This is pretty much it for
They gotta
Wolves.
play for something
2 of them, they would have to
aggro
eco
early,
to
take
get
some
3
space,
guns
find
into
some
it.
picks, or
Sentinels, pretty much
tighten
ever
up
since
those
that
floors,
timeout and they
wait
had
for
the
that as a
Euro ult,
win
they've just
con,
been fast
especially
sight
if we're
hitting
able to
now.
Get this Nightfall somewhere for Sufat.
Like, intention last round was
Full
still
armor
to
for
say it.
Wolves. A very respectable buy. I think.
The Real Grande with the Prime, thank you for the 7 months, dude. Thank you for that.
Neutral light, that is fine.
Thank you for sending that as well, bro. Appreciate that.
They have actually opted to just give up this B site.
They got a kill
They have
trip
a
here,
kill
though.
trip set
The
up.
camera and kill trip.
Why he was hoping
We're
to
just
get a
Palmer
spam
sitting in the
kill
smoke
from
to
the
get a
Spring.
kill off of this. They don't gonna run into it.
Unhinged from Spring.
One person
Desperate
fighting
from
on their
Spring
own.
to try and get
Yeah.
something done.
This is back-to-back rounds where Spring's messed up. His attack was so good, but he's going for so many bold plays on defense.
With the pride of New Jersey, will have his power to flesh. Juicy dropping down. Pit still active, of course. Juicy trying to disrupt.
One more kill and he'd actually get the showstopper.
And that would be perfect against
They
this
kind of got to
Viper's Pit.
save these.
Can he find it safely? They're on a clock. 2 players left here for Wolves. Losing this round will banish them to the economic doldrums, and John waits patiently for his prey. Juicy serves it up. Sufat has to walk away now.
Yes, it's a couple
Maybe an exit or so.
of small mistakes.
There's no stopping the Sen economy. It is absolutely booming. Sufat will do what he can.
They also really think that they're going heavy over towards middle and they just haven't for a while.
I'm sure. Sen with 3 rounds in the lead, and we're out of our seats once more.
It looked like Wolves had the right approach there. They were just playing off of a kill trip. They give up the site, allow the stack on A. So if Sen do hit A, they've got 3 players there ready to go. And then when necessary, we'll move over, pivot into a flood, or just go for a full retake. Either one would have been highly recommended over that disjointed effort they came through. So unfortunate. This is it for Wolves. Full investment, 4 ultimates on the board.
Yeah, do they? I mean, this should be the round, but the raid still got a result it's been holding on to for ages. It hasn't had to use it yet. What do you think of the EMEA disadvantage? I mean, I've been speaking about it for ages, man. There's a reason why I don't have any of the EMEA teams going through groups. I mean, Liquid's a little changed up because of the Nats thing.
Pops that poison orb now, probably has a feeling there's quite a few players here. Is that
teams that shouldn't be losing with the amount of time they have.
And there's the Nightfall. Gonna reveal his location.
Fully spotting him out. Spring is steadfast right now. Just has not been able to get started on this defensive side. Wants to go for the peak.
Oh my god, his timing's incredible.
Right now.
That's Spike. Oh.
Just gets the spike, gets
Yeah, honestly, the ult would have been awful. I'm fully wrong there.
Where does this one go?
Oh,
Unfortunately, in the rafters, no connection.
It's all good. Got out of there. Can retake together.
In the middle of B.
Spring right now trying to get back in.
Dude, every time I look at Spring, he's just on his own.
That man advantage. 25 seconds right now. The spike is down in the site. Sentinels have to fully commit. This is the best opportunity Wolves have had.
Dangerous double swing. Yeah, it's going to be double held at angle.
Spring's nuts, man.
The Red tried to set him up with a forward line, and now it's down to Zelsus in the dying seconds of the round, but he's hit with the paranoia.
10 seconds
Nearsighted, player in heaven. One on boxes and Sufat towards his left. It is a ridiculous stacked deck.
Hey, get a little bit of extra damage for Zelsus though. They win 1, but Armor rebuying 3 out of there. Yeah, 2 ults as well.
They can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief that they were finally able to get on the board here. Finally able to make some adjustments.
Spring's wild, man.
Sen not expecting to pop out so late. Catches that
he's on an island a lot on defense, he really is.
They are playing together. Juicy gets that great showstopper. He didn't actually
he's really got attack down, but I don't think he has defense down on this map.
Those players that were on site to find the advantage. Wolves are back in the game, but Sen still have too much cash.
Sees here, Bang. Has the TP away from it. It was a fault line that directly connected with Juicy, but his team's util bailed him out.
Again, I like this from Wolves out of that previous timeout. It was called by Coach Fade. They're stacking up towards A, allowing B just to be played for passive kill trips. If Sen do go towards this site, they're going to be running into so many players.
Trailblazer goes up ramps here. Sen still haven't taken much control of the A side, but up mid they're starting to poke and prod.
Second did teleport away to meet up with the rest of the pack.
Dude, everyone goes over towards middle. I'm so nervous with how Spring's been playing.
Danger here. He's tucked in a corner. He can't get out to the left side. Now could with the dark cover placed.
But let them cross mid. Mostly undetected. See, Wolves
heavy lean over towards B. Does this Prowler own them? Sentinels have really good timing. Prowler just cleared over towards B main. Hey, they stay strong. Spring still has Molly.
The cam's there as well. Why you likely able to spot
Viper into Molly. Surely with Molly, this is a great Molly. It's very nice from them. They still shouldn't be able to get through. It's all up to Bang, basically.
He clears a trap wire though, so has to give himself away, and it's getting messy in the
that nade. The nade with the Viper is disgusting. Very nicely done. Hey, they handled this one really well though.
Great read on the situation. Even after that Prowler that gave false info, they stayed committed.
Back to sight, yeah, his team's stunned right. His timing was just off.
Ready for the teleport back from Zekin. It didn't end up paying off, but that little kill trip back there is also to deal with Zekin.
I think probably he would have died anyway, but
that is your standard gate crash location from the door. Get in deep while the rest of the team come out main, but they couldn't.
There's a couple of rounds struggling over towards B now as well, so they might head heavy lean over towards A on defense. Yeah, I mean, it's similar setup than playing retake over towards B the whole time. This time they do the camera with early info as well. Go for the B default over towards heaven. Yeah, sorry, A default. Everyone here as well. Trip still over towards middle, so they could probably stay 4 strong here. Omen flash, my goodness. Great name.
Oh my god!
Great little combo again.
The reaction from Bang was so
Insta push on site.
Right,
Let's see what Lysol's got, man. Has to get one.
Line doesn't quite hit Lysol.
Oh, Jesus.
What a whiff! Here, though, the control from screens is good, and Zek is out in the open. John able to find Juicy at the very least, and now they've evened up the odds. YU tentative about playing from rafters. The spike, though, still off the A side. Zelsis, though, is in there.
Neural Theft getting some serious value for a Wolves game slowing down right now. Sentinels want to see if they're going to peek out on Zelsis. It's all on YU 1 versus 2 as Sentinels are going to get a match point. We saw Bang win a clutch in this exact same situation in that first half. Can YU do the same?
He's going natty. None of that side for Util is here on A.
30 seconds
Nothing but that
left.
raw gun skill. Instead of trying to draw him out, tapping the spike. Still 23 seconds left of the round. And YU has been ever so patient. John sticks it for real, though.
It's so scary. At one point, they're going to double swing him.
Grouped up here.
Right?
Looks like Zelsa should be watching this line.
Ooh, nicely handled, man. Dude, he had to get one backside there. He had to.
And the vibes are looking pretty good.
John and Zelsis just watching each other's backs, trying to bait out that swing. Love the way they play that. It was looking so good for Wolves when they had that double face coming from screens. Juicy comes out of heaven. But it's that additional swing where John finds that kill to make it a 2 versus 2 that puts him in a winnable position.
That's Boost Twitch. Thank you so much for the 12 months.
When necessary.
Yeah, I think he knows. I think he knows on that one. 2 chances for Sentinels. Good recovery from them, and they got the Euro ult. It should be done. Good news for Wolves, though. They do get instant info over towards A. They had a Prowler go... Sorry, that's nice. They got a Fade Eye go out. Clears all the A. They can leave one here. We got Omen ult for fast rotate if they want to as well. Good molly.
Prowler thrown out once again. Bang has to TP away. And it's Narrate with the spike in hand. They've got to be concerned about this heaven control. Wolves have 3 players up there, and the Seekers are going to confirm this largely.
John wants to go for the
Well, this is nice from Wolves. They changed their trip from here, so they're going to know about the flank behind.
One-way unbreakable radar is still up there, so he's going to have to deal with that.
Okay.
Jesus. He did good, though. He got info. They know about the person behind because the trip goes off. They know he's heaven.
They know he should be here. He had to break the trip.
The timing, John's going to commit to the site. Down through the smoke. Too fat on the other side of the dark cover. John.
Oh my god, 30 HP.
So he got it to half. There's no way. There's just no way he can stick it.
Dude, that was chaos rounds. Chaos rounds, man. That was a cool change of the trip up, though. That really helped them out.
Avian variety. Just throws a flash in, and that's all he can muster.
He's been the IGL.
Wait, their buy didn't look that good, chat. The buy looked kind of rough.
Both halves winning critical rounds. Juicy just
no way he hit the clone. He insta hit the clone. That's so unlucky, bro.
The fact that mid was stripped, John just couldn't actually accelerate to help these guys. Second almost came up with that multi-kill.
And now it's awkward for Sen.
Double stinger. Yeah, double stinger, 2 light arms. One, dude, Juicy, 1 kill away. Zels is 1 kill away. Still got that trip for back aside for the TP.
Wolves are a couple orbs away here from critical ultimates. Nightfall, Showstopper, only requiring 1 each.
Do they dare push up for that? There's no way. Why are you anchored on the site? We'll have Juicy on rafters early. This might be signaling an A split through rope here by Sentinels. Trip cleared. Clone gonna eat it up now. How do you respond as the defenders?
At the moment, Wolves are posturing towards heaven.
You've shut down B so much as well. Oh, it's great timing. It's good timing with that info of not seeing anyone. They hold too strong and 3 over towards B. And with this fake pressure as well, it's really going to help it. Actually break it. Oh, didn't break it. Yeah, dude, look at this. They actually get the early rotate. Spring was pretty on this. Spring's hit early. Omen Flash goes over towards Heaven. They managed to get 2 on site. Spring can push through the smoke. 3 on site now. Oh, it's kind of scary. 20 seconds.
Spring wants to take
Spring went fast.
He also flubs the shot. Sen running over this A site. 10 seconds left for a spike point. That was going to happen soon.
Oh my goodness. It was absolute chaos, man. Absolute chaos. Okay, good recovery from Sentinels. A mad first map on this one. I feel a bit sorry for Lysor. He's going to feel like he could have won 2 rounds here.
Multiple players hitting hard, but what a comeback for Sen.
And that's just the first map of this series, so we still got